On this edition of Government to the People, we're coming to you from some place most people don't get to see the behind the scenes of, the vehicle maintenance shop of Public Works. We've caught up with Director Rob Faree, and he's going to tell us what's going on, so stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. I'm Kieran Kobeck, and I'm the host of Government to the People. As I said, we are here with Director Rob Faree of Public Works. I've been very busy recently with Blizzard of 2016, so thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to come on, Rob.
No problem.
Now, with 2016 Blizzard, a lot of snow. Mayor declared a state of emergency, and we also had a snow emergency. Can you tell us what the difference is between the two?
Well, the snow emergency, inviting residents not to park along snow emergency routes once that's been put in effect. The state of emergency is set in effect when they don't want anybody out on the streets because of unsafe conditions from the blizzard.
Okay, great. Now, since Mayor Mo had declared a state of emergency, that meant that there were certain areas, I think he did that because there were certain areas of the city that could be difficult for Public Works to get through. So what does it entail when a Public Works snowplow goes out on the road, especially with the magnitude of snow we had with this storm?
Well, the snowplows being over 8 foot wide have a tendency to take up a lot of room, and some of the smaller side streets, our large trucks are unable to get down there when there's cars parked on both sides of the street. Mm-hmm. So by doing this, we were able to get into these areas and actually stay up with the snow and keep the streets open.
So it worked out well, the no parking situation, having everybody off the streets so that you could get in.
That's correct.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm sure we'll probably have a few more snows, hopefully nothing like we had with Jonas. But we just recently saw where Puxatawny Phil did not see a shadow, which means an early spring, correct? Isn't that's typically, I know you like that thought. But that means that Public Works is going to have some events coming up with spring. April is spring cleanup month, so what does Public Works usually do with that?
Well, for spring cleanup month, twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, we do yard collection. Every Wednesdays, there are special pickup collections. They have electronic collection and paper shredding during that month.
Okay.
And I'd say that HOAs can contact Public Works if they'd like to get a dumpster delivered for collection of special pickups within their communities. You can visit the DPW's website or call Public Works and arrange for that to take place in April.
Now with the electronic recycling, what type of items can they bring in? That would be like
TVs, computers, monitors,
okay.
Anything electronic related can be brought in.
And this has typically been a very popular event in the city, hasn't it?
That's correct. A lot has been collected throughout these events, taking it out of the waste stream.
Okay, tons and tons. I mean, if I remember correctly, I remember when you've put something out, it's like so many tons were collected on just one event.
Yes, numerous tons are being collected.
Excellent, okay. Now, there's also a new system that the city is using to help with notifying us about flooding down by the river. Do you want to tell us about it? It's a river monitoring system, I believe?
Yeah, that's correct. It was put in place so that we could monitor when the dam has been opened and or local runoff as the river rises to a point where we could experience potential flooding. There's 4 levels for the alert, and each one of those levels are depicted to have Public Works and or the emergency services respond by allowing businesses or residents to know that the river is reaching a level that could be unsafe and they might need to start evacuating certain areas.
Okay, so this is a big plus for the city to get this system in.
Yes, because you can't always depend on local runoff. The amount that could be more than what's being let out of the dam could create a potential flooding issue without the gates of the dam being opened at all.
Right, okay. So this is really good for you all, especially if you live down by the river or any of the rivers that go through the city, because it's going to keep you aware through the city where it stands at. So thank you for making sure that that's taken care of. I'm sure they really appreciate that. Is there anything else going on? I mean, I know you all are busy. I know with the potential for possibly, I mean, we're only in the beginning of February. President's Day is typically when we have some snow. So I know we're not out of the woods yet, but anything else going on that you'd like the viewers to know about?
Well, if we do get snow events in the future, if you could possibly park your vehicle in the driveway or somewhere other than out on the street so that Public Works can actually clean the streets from curb to curb, it just makes our job a lot easier if the vehicles are not on the street.
Good point. So if you can, try and work it out with a neighbor, clear space in your garage if you can, just during the wintertime so that you can pull your cars off the street so that they can get through. Well, thank you very much, Rob. We greatly appreciate you coming on. That was some great information that we had for our viewers. And we'd also like you to pass along to your crews. Great job with Jonas. They did a fantastic job. From what I could see in other jurisdictions, they did well, but nowhere near what City of Laurel did. So thank you. You all do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. That's it for this edition of Government to the People. We will bring you another one in the next month or two, so please stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.